I don't want to be Colombo.
Dalono, my viewers, thank you. Zetobo Sigwe Ezikolomo. This is a special announcement video. Just to inform you, my viewers, that on 25th November 2022, Imago, for those who do not know, is like a Thanksgiving service. It's not like, it's a Thanksgiving service for DBAs. It's an opportunity for those who have benefited from the teachings, healing, divination, depending on the type of Bibia one is doing. It's an opportunity for those who have benefited from his agwo to come and show appreciation. So I felt it's important I let you all know. If my teaching have blessed you, if you have been following my teaching, if you have learned something from my teaching, and you feel like you want to show an appreciation for what we are doing here, this is an opportunity for you. You know, you can come in person, you can send in your token, your appreciation token, via the account number you'll be seeing on the screen. Welcome to another Omenani series with Zetobo Sigwe Ezikolomo. Today I want to discuss ways to build your spiritual strength via Ordinana. Ways you can build your spiritual strength via Ordinana. When I mean spiritual strength, I mean the ability to pray and your prayer gets answered. You know, I keep saying it that everybody's power kakus is not the same. It's just like in a classroom. Everybody is in a class. You might have 30 students in a class, but inside that class, these 30 students, they don't have the same understanding capacity. If you give a test, they were taught at the same time, but if they write exam, they cannot all have the same scores because the ability to comprehend differs. So it is in spirituality. As people say that they pray, they don't get answers easily, or if they pray, they don't hear response, because at times some prayers requires, or some questions they are throwing to the unseen beings requires immediate response. It's based on your spiritual strength that you will be able to get quicker attention, or if you ask questions, you will receive clear and right answers, because at times the answers you are receiving might be wrong. It might be you confusing yourself and you are saying that this is what they are telling you, or this is what the Holy Spirit minister to you if it's the church people. As far as Ordinana is concerned, there are two ways to get things done, or to get your prayers to get access. It is either through prayers or through Ogo, the Igbo metaphysics. One who doesn't have the ability to ask to get his prayers answered fast might need to rely on Ogo, just like in a classroom. One who does not have the ability to comprehend or to read and study may have to resort to what we call Expo. So the difference between these two ways is like the difference between a student that passes exam through reading and through reading and studying, and a student that passes exam through exam malpractice. Ogu, Igbo metaphysics, is like passing exam through malpractice. Is a shortcut. Is a shortcut to getting things done. Why prayers, the ones we do with Nzu and Oji, just Nzu and Oji, maybe hot drink at times you add chicken to it. It's like passing exam through conscious studying. Make no mistake, none of these ways are easy. None of these ways are easy. The only difference is that one has less or no karma. Getting things done through prayers come with little or no karma. Why relying on Ogu? builds up one's karma and also makes the person a spiritual rascal. For those who is their desire to build up their spiritual energy, in order for their prayers to be potent, then here are lifestyles to start with. If you want to build up your spiritual energy, for you to get prayers answered, or if you ask questions, you will get answers, you get clarity. Here are some certain lifestyles that you need to start with. One, you must learn to avoid crowd. You must learn to avoid crowd. Crowd are always filled with filth. Every mother can go. A spiritual builder must try as much as possible to avoid crowd or events, too much events. Why? Because drunkenness, gossip, filthy works, licentiousness are always attendant with crowd. It's easy for you to sleep and lose your guard when you are in the midst of crowd. Maybe you are doing it because everybody is doing it. At the spur of the moment, you'll be carried out, carried away, and you see yourself joining in some kind of, should I say, setting or joke or some things that you are not supposed to be in the midst of, or for you not to look like the odd person, you just try to blend in. So you must try to avoid crowds. Oracle, what Igbos call oracle, kankun or ha. This is why most DBS, serious DBS, avoid events. It's because of oracle that comes with crowd. So you must try as much as possible if you want to build a potent spiritual energy base for yourself. You must try as much as possible to avoid crowd. Then the second one is solitude. You must cut and desire your own company like a monk. You must learn to start staying on your own indoors. If you cannot enjoy your own company, you cannot stay on your own, then I'm sorry, you cannot build spiritual energy. Because at times, those answers you are seeking for will come when you are alone. Those gentle prayers that will turn out to be potent. At times you'll be said, that urge to say that prayer can come mostly or come when you are alone. So you must enjoy solitude. In solitude, you have clarity of thought. You get to that point where you ask questions, and even you yourself, you provide a logical answer to the questions you asked. So you must learn to embrace solitude. Number 3, sexual abstinence. If you are not married, you must abstain from sex. Spiritual strength is not for promiscuous person. Not for people who are promiscuous. It's not for people who enjoy. The more multiple partners you engage with, the more your spiritual strength is withering. Multiple sexual partners reduces a man's spiritual vibration. The more you meet different people and engage in sexual intercourse with them, those people, each of them, take something away from you. If you are married, stick to your partner only. Some people claim to be married, but they have like 5 or 6 other people outside. If you are married, stick to your partner only. I repeat, nothing reduces a man's spiritual strength than sex. At every point you have sexual intercourse, especially that point of climax that you release this. Yes, you release something from your body. Something leaves you. Daily communion. You must cultivate the habit of communing with your ancestors and gods daily. This daily interaction is where they fine-tune you and strengthen the bond you have with them. Some people is when they have problem after 3 or 4 months, I barely wallow shifa mountain na 4G. No, it's daily. There must be discipline, there must be seriousness. If you complain you don't have money to be buying kola nut for every day breaking of kola nut or sharing that communion with them, use Unzu. Use Unzu. There is no excuse for not communing with your sheep and your ancestors daily. This friendly atmosphere is what helps your prayer and questions to get faster attention. If you want faster attention, you must be coming daily. It's those who are close that get quickest attention, even in human relationship. It's those who are around that their needs are addressed once the time comes of addressing or solving problems. In fact, at times you do not even need to ask. They solve it. Why? Because they are seeing that problem there facing you. So they go in to solve that problem. The final one, self-sacrifice. You must learn to die daily. You must learn to die daily by being truthful. It's hard to say the truth. People always say the truth, say the truth. Trust me, it's very difficult to say the truth. At times, we try as much as possible to avoid it. But if you want to build spiritual strength, you must cultivate the habit of saying the truth, even when it appears it's going to cost you a temporary loss. You must learn to be patient. We have people these days, it's very difficult to be patient. Whatever they want it now. It's patience that helps you when you say a prayer, they don't answer it, you wait. But at times when some people pray to their ancestors, they don't get answered immediately. Then they now rush and start resorting to Ogu. You must learn long suffering. Long suffering is a spiritual virtue. You must learn long suffering. So you must be patient. You must shun anger and bitterness. Anger and bitterness will drive you into making costly mistakes that will decimate you and destroy the powers that you have built up in your spiritual journey. At times, the virtues or the credits that took you 3, 4, 5, 6 years to build, or a stage that got you 3, 6, 7 years to get to, through anger, momentary anger, 5 minutes anger, you can destroy it. So you should be wary of anger and bitterness. Learn to let go. So if you want to build your spiritual strength through ordinana, 1, avoid crowd. 2, embrace solitude. 3, sexual abstinence once you are not married. If you are married, stick to your partner. Daily communion. When I mean stick to your partner, it's common sense will tell you that I have said about multiple partners. Most DBRs in the past that they say marry several wives, I've said it repeatedly. Most of them do not sleep with those women. There's a reason they married several wives. They didn't marry them to sleep with them. Number 5, self-sacrifice. You must die daily by being truthful and not forgetting daily communion. Cultivate the habit of communing daily with your sheep, ancestors, and gods daily. Thank you. If you love the video you will just watch, please like and subscribe, and also share the video. Please like, subscribe, and share this video if you love it. Thank you.